most of the time when you first go into your students, you're not going to see anything. You can always click on the arrow next to search and click show all results. When you do that, you'll see every student right there. So in this case, because my credentials, we can see that we have 7,827 students registered in Pearson currently to take iStep. You should have access to just the students who are going to take iStep in your school. What you will need to do is you'll need to verify that every student who should be in there is in. Now, if students are in there and they don't need to be, there's nothing you do about that here. You can't delete them. Deleting them ruins their record for their next school that they're at. We will, at a later step, need to remove them from their sessions that are assigned to at our school. But within the actual hierarchy of the system, in Pearson, we're only worried about students who are not in there that should be. So, they withdrew on March 1st. Don't worry about it. One of two things are going to happen. We're going to go to another school. That other school is going to request a transfer from me. I'll release them and they'll automatically disappear from your roster. Two, they don't go to school. They don't test. We remove them from a session and they won't count against our participation because we have our withdrawal date for them. So, one of the questions most people ask is, well, if we don't remove them, does it count against our participation? No, as long as they're not scheduled in sessions. If we have them scheduled in sessions, it will count against us. However, if we don't, it won't. I would like to think that every of my students, part of your responsibilities are going to be checking for accommodations as well. So an important task that you'll have to do is for every student, you'll see the information button next to them. If I click the information button next to them, I get to see anything and everything about them. Maybe not anything and everything, but you get to see at least their demographic information going through. You'll see, obviously, their ethnicity. You'll see if they're on a 504 plan, socioeconomic status, all that. You'll see which tests they've been assigned to. You'll see which sessions they're assigned to as they go through. I would highly caution you to change any demographic information other than special education status if that has changed since the first test administration. If they were white on the first test, my guess is they're still white. However, it could have been an error that their ethnicity could have been reported as an error. In 99.9% of the case, we're going to keep Part 1 there the same for Part 2. Because what that does is it creates a mismatching alignment between demographics, which leads to a higher chance of I obviously give an option to create credit students. So obviously the same process as we start, but there's three levels of adding students, and this is where New add a student is going to ask you to do three things. It's going to ask you to create a student, enroll a student, and register a student. Those three terms mean three different things in Pearson, but you have to do all three. You add a student, monitor, I'm not saying it's not critical to put that in there. I'm just simply stating that there's no iStep, please slap the hands if it's not in there or correct.